The Forest Wolves short story by JameliaAlicia. For as long as anyone could remember, the wolves of the great forest believed they had been born from the trees themselves and were part of the world mechanism of existence. Every generation passed down the same story, that long before kingdoms, castles, and noble families claimed the land, the forest had already been alive with spirits, roots, and wolves. They believed they were not simply creatures that lived among the trees, but part of the trees themselves. Their lives were intertwined with every branch, every root, and every leaf that fell to the earth. Each night, as the moon climbed above the ancient woodland, the wolves gathered beneath its silver glow. Standing shoulder to shoulder, they formed a living shape that resembled a great tree. The elders would smile as they watched the younger wolves take their places, their bodies stretching outward like strong branches from a mighty trunk. If someone could have looked down from the heavens, they would have seen not a pack of wolves, but the outline of an enormous tree reaching towards the moon. The wolves often looked beyond their own woodland towards distant forests stretching across the countryside. Even though rivers, valleys, and hills separated them, the trees on the horizon swayed beneath the very same moonlight. Their branches moved in harmony as though the forests were speaking to one another through the wind. It reminded every wolf that no forest stood alone. Every woodland, no matter how distant, belonged to the same ancient world created under one moon. The answers to their existence were hidden within shadows and movement. The wolves believed the wind carried the voices of their ancestors through the branches, while the shadows concealed memories too old for human understanding. Every rustling leaf told a story. Every shifting branch whispered another chapter of their history. They called this mysterious rhythm the clockwork of nature, believing that everything in the world followed a perfect design beyond the understanding of mankind. Each evening, as daylight slowly faded, the leaves of the forest bowed gently towards the earth. The wolves lowered their heads with them, honoring the end of another day. The setting sun marked the close of one journey while preparing the world for another beneath the stars. Above them, the moon slowly changed its position across the heavens, reminding the wolves that time never truly stopped. The sky itself became nature's great clock, measuring every season, every generation, and every passing life. As autumn arrived, the forest revealed another of its ancient secrets. The wolves noticed that the branches of every tree grew in almost perfect symmetry. When leaves finally drifted to the ground, they settled in patterns that mirrored the branches from which they had fallen. The elders believed these